1979 when Bernie and Arthur started the company after being fired from Handy Dan.
We focused on having the right product in our stores and on customer service. So when Home Depot opened, we were the first big box retailer in the area. And Bernie and Arthur's vision was to stack it high and let it fly. And so we wanted to make sure that our customers felt our presence of product and being in stock and knowing that we could meet all of their household and home improvement needs. And the second thing was customer service has to be number one. So when a customer comes in and they have a problem, our job is to solve that problem for them. And so whether it was replacing a washer and a faucet or an entire home renovation, we were going to be their subject matter experts to help guide them through the project. And so our focus was on customers who were doing it themselves and giving them the confidence that they could go in and change out a toilet or put in a ceiling fan or lay down tile. And our job was to teach them how to do it and to instill confidence.
We started in Atlanta with 2 stores and expanded to 4 stores and then 6 stores. And as we started growing the Atlanta area, we also decided we needed to go down to Florida, and we went down to Miami and expanded in Florida very rapidly. There weren't any big box retailers back when Home Depot started. This was a very new concept, putting all these different businesses under one roof. All these big businesses kind of followed our lead in that regard. And we now have stores all throughout the United States, Canada, Mexico, and Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands. We even have a store in Guam. We're a pretty large company now with 2,275 stores.
One of the things that have allowed us to grow our business so rapidly is the development of our people. And so we spend a lot of time developing our associates, ensuring that we're growing future leaders for the organization. So if you look at our company today, about 85% of our store managers came up through the stores. So we invest that time in them to ensure that they understand our culture, that they understand the values. It's our people that grow our business. And so in order for us to continue to expand and to grow, we have to ensure that our associates carry that message every day to our customers. And then in return, we're able to grow our business exponentially.
When Bernie Arthur started a few stores locally, you could pretty much figure out what you needed to carry inside that store because you lived in that community, you understood the businesses that were there and what products they were offering. But as we started becoming more regional, things are different. People buy different things in different areas. So we had a concept that's called decentralized. So we didn't manage from one corporate office. We had offices across the country where each buying office could make their own decision for merchandise. So we had merchants over different categories, people who bought faucets, people who bought paint, people who bought hardware products, hammers and nails. And they assorted the stores in that area based on regional needs.
China's rising middle class moved to city centers. Their homes were apartments or condominiums, smaller than America's sprawling suburban mansions, with less space to store lawnmowers or power drills. And if they did check out a Home Depot, Chinese consumers found the prices too expensive and rigid. The new middle class preferred to shop around for the best deals and bargain for even better ones in store.
Majority of the stuff that Home Depot sells are made in China, and the same kind of products are available in this kind of smaller stores, ready for negotiation. Very hard to go to Home Depot and pay much higher price, no negotiation, and poor customer service, and far away from the city. It takes 1.5 hours just to get to Home Depot, another 1.5 hours to come back.
But perhaps the most important factor in Home Depot's failure in China is this.
Here in the U.S., I think, doing it yourself is considered honorable. It's considered, oh, you're quite capable, you can do it yourself. But there in China, if someone do it themselves, people first impression is you cannot afford to hire someone to do it for you.
Professor Gao noted that in China, upward mobility through education, getting away from manual labor, is a strongly held ideal. Furthermore, many of the homes purchased by Chinese consumers in the decade after the government legalized private homeownership were little more than concrete shells. They needed quite a bit of work to become homes, but not work that was easily done by amateurs. It's one thing to DIY a new shelf. It's entirely another to install floors, light fixtures, and plumbing.
So they want to renovate it all at once, and they want very high standard. They want 5-star hotel standard. So there's no way the homeowner themselves were going to do it.
Finally, China has a large pool of cheap, easily accessible construction labor. Combine that with the anti-DIY bias and major home renovations needed, and it's clear why Chinese consumers shunned Home Depot's method and instead embraced DIFM, do it for me. One notable DIY company has managed to crack Chinese consumer tastes. Sweden's IKEA, which famously asks customers to build their own furniture, still has a presence in China 20 years after initially launching there. As of 2017, China was one of IKEA's top 5 markets based on sales. Professor Gao told CNBC that many Chinese consumers aspire to Western-style home furnishings. So IKEA's convenient model rooms taught eager consumers how to furnish their new homes for relatively cheap prices. From 2006 to their departure in 2012, Home Depot didn't open a single new store. They steadily closed the original 12 they purchased from HomeWay. The company doesn't break out sales information by country, but a Euromonitor representative gave CNBC sales data in China for 2009 to 2011. These numbers are adjusted for inflation, and they show that China accounted for barely 0.3% of Home Depot's total net sales.
I do think that Lowe's versus Home Depot, you go with Lowe's.
You go with Lowe's
Yes, you
versus
do.
Home Depot if you want to continue to be invested. I mean, in those companies.
Exactly right.
Got it.
And I think that Lowe's, Ellison's done a remarkable job, but the company was very far off its game versus Home Depot. He's playing catch up, but he's going to catch it.
Really?
I really do think so. Yes.
Wow.
The stores look great, by the way.
I mean, you've
The
been
stores
positive
look
on
great.
Lowe's for some time, but I haven't heard you say that.
Well, the stores look great. The website's getting better. It
Yeah.
still has availability issues, but I do think that what Marv's doing is basically saying, okay, look, we know that the contractors are going to go to Home Depot. They're going to come to us too. But David, Lowe's is back having what I regard as being a place, and this is just my wife, so it's anecdotal. Women like to shop for garden at Lowe's again, like they used to. Before Home Depot really come on. And enough, by the way, Home Depot, could you like enough have with the Scotts Miracle Grow plants? Get me some better flats, will you? The flats are weak at Home Depot.